Last time on What If Deku was. What if Deku had a Minecraft Quirk? DK was not in a lucrative situation. He was not doing good. Alright. James was left alone with a little old rabbit. Meanwhile, as usual, as the trope goes, DK was getting jumped with the malicious, with aggression, with the smoke, needing to protect Charles and Deku, and needing to keep everyone safe. He realized he had to fight. But we're not going to talk about him. We're going to go over to another individual, James, Lord James. Who knows? Let's see what's happening on his end. That rabbit stands up, looking not so little and not looking like a wabbit, more like Daddy Rabbit, but that's a whole nother episode. And the rabbit does go in for a swiping, rips James' heart out. But unknown to us, he had a totem of dying in his inventory. So he lived, and with this moment, all his health regenerated. Not all of it, just enough to keep him alive. And he stood too. He stood tall. He saw this, what appeared to be a demon rabbit with wings. And he ran towards the chest with the quickness of God himself. He saw a pickaxe of some caliber and said, fuck it. And just started swinging and chopped his head off. So James is now in a world unknown to himself. But with DK's forethought, planning, he said, just in case somebody does wake up, he was able to make some signs and stuff. So James eventually led over to it. And James walked forward, and unbeknownst to the audience, James does not have what we would consider good luck. So James ran, shot a couple shooting some arrows, which to our surprise, he had just enough time, very resourceful, very crafty. He was able to find some form of makeshift arrows in this new world and able to help out. To DK's utter shock and surprise, he's like, how? I put two and two together. And before they could talk and reunite, as DK is slaying the herd, he finished. And he was good. Everyone's chilling. It's all right. So James slowly walks up, but he stepped an inch too far, and DK didn't get a chance to explain the rules of the world. And he fell off. And him and James made eye contact as he fell. There were no bunnies because he had to kill them all. The rain just stopped. Floor was slippery, didn't have much traction, and he watched James fall to what is his death. Oh. I see. So we're a man down, and a stroke of luck happened. Charles and Deku have reawakened. Thank God to all those healing potions and force feeding them some of those demon animals. But we don't talk about that. So after a good amount of fought battles and stuff that happened off screen, because I'm not gonna go into it because I don't know too much about the ether. The ether. Yeah, the ether. They eventually were trying to scheme and figure out their way out. But, Charles was supposed to make a bridge. He forgot. So Deku, DK, ran with the speed of God. All right, let's get out of here. The map says we need to go here. And when they stepped over, they realized something. They're not walking anymore. As they plummet down, Charles was like, and DK and Deku fall, and they're looking at each other like, damn, we just got rolled up. Dang, well, we had a good run, didn't we? She, it is what it is. They blinked. Everything was dark. And they blinked again. And they just saw an ocean. Some sand, a desert over there, a forest over there. And as they were falling, they realized something. They're back in the actual world. They're alive. They scream, James is alive. They're like, hoorah! But there's a problem. One, Charles is all by himself in a place he's semi-familiar with. And they're falling from maximum height. And you know how I said there was an ocean? More like a pond. So they're falling pretty high. They're about to die. But unbeknownst to them, they see a figure off in the distance. They see a contraption. They're like, what is that? They get shot. Both of them get shot maliciously with something. And they're like, But when that happens, they immediately realize they're not falling nearly as fast as they were previously. They're like, and then DK with a sinister grin. I don't know how he did it, but that bastard did it. I know this taste anywhere, this smell, this aura. This is a slow falling potion. Deku looking kinda goofy. Don't know. It's impossible. See somebody with Electri flying through with fireworks in his hand, just looking. Hey guys. Ha. Well, it's simple. I did a calculation. So if you do the formula, nope. I'm just gonna keep falling. Not gonna be stressed out. So DK here gets the ground, so she doesn't, die. And Deku and James talked about how he, used reasoning, deducting, and math and stuff to take a high probable chance or something to figure out how we were gonna be there. It went over DK's head. He was like, "They got it. They got it. I'm just trying to get to the ground." And I could say what happened next, but I'm gonna propose a question to all you people that do view it, okay? This is a serious question because I can do it two ways. And it's kind of iffy on the views that get on this, alright? Do the servers crash? Or do James, Deku, and DK plot and scheme and figure out a way to help Charles get back or communicate to him of some caliber? Because we also got to take into account that they haven't beat the Ender. They haven't beat the End Dragon. They still have things they can accomplish. But what if they've done too much and caused too much destruction that the server crashes? So I'll be productive and put a poll saying the server crash or they plot and figure out how to get their homie back. Or, something else y'all might, I don't know, y'all can comment another one I haven't put. Alright? So that's how we're going to do this. Catch y'all later.